Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm gonna try to make this video the best I can. I want to do a little unboxing and also a little explaining. So on one of my older videos, one of my most viewed videos, which is how to take apart, put back together, how to grease a 48-pin Sentro knitting machine. And that's kind of what I want to go over first to start off the video. This video was going to be just an unboxing, but since I've had so many questions and comments on it, I want to go ahead and go over it real quick. So this is the grease that I use to grease my knitting machine. You need to take it apart and service it after every couple of uses, it says, because the dust buildup and the lint buildup from yarn can make the machine not cooperate. So this is what I read online was the best thing to use for the plastic pins in the Sentro or in the knitting machine in general. Now, I had a lot of people tell me that you should use oil or grease, or, well, this is grease, but oil. You don't need to use oil unless you have a flatbed knitting machine, which is metal needles. And again, this is not a flatbed knitting machine. This is a circular plastic knitting machine. So white lithium grease, this is what I read online multiple times over and over again that was best to be used for the circular knitting machines, and that's what I used. Now, once I done that to my machine, I had no issues with it for a couple uses. Before, the whole reason why I wanted to do this was because my knitting machine was making a really loud popping noise in the handle. And since I Googled it, and everybody said, you need to clean it, you need to grease it, that's the problem, it needs to be greased. The grease that is already in it that came from the factory is dried up, and you need to take all the pins out, clean it, and put new. So that's what I did. After a couple uses, it was doing good, and then it started back up again, where the handle was popping really loud. After so many rows, it was dropping and skipping stitches. So I'm gonna grab my old knitting machine right here. I'm gonna grab it. This is it right here. This is the one I've done all those videos on. Every knitting machine video I've done, my most popular videos was this machine right here. And I am going to keep it for parts and replacement. I have the legs for it and everything else. But, like I was saying, whenever I would turn the handle, whenever I got to so many rows, it would start to pop and get kind of hard to push, and it was really loud, and it was like the gears were stripping, or the gears, was doing something. I don't know exactly, can't really explain it because I'm not good at that, but it was just making a really loud popping noise. So I took it apart, and I was afraid that the teeth in here would be broken, which they was not, luckily. But again, everything online said you need to clean it, you need to grease it, because the grease from the factory that comes in it has already dried up, and after every couple of uses you need to clean the machine. So that's what I did, and that's where that video came from. Now this machine, I've had it for probably 2 years now, I'd say, possibly, and it's separated right here. The row counter quit working, which is a common problem with the Sentro, which is why I got the digital row counter. You can go on my knitting machine playlist and you can find that. And it's missing some screws. The tab broke here. It's missing screws here, and it's missing screws down here at the bottom. This machine has been through it. So that's why I haven't made videos recently. The last video I think I made of a knitting machine was about a year ago. So that's why I kind of quit, because this machine right here was just giving up on me, and I was just done with it. Now you can see already, because it's been sitting so long, and where I tried to use it before, like last week, you can see there is caked up white grease everywhere on the pins here on the outside, because the grease has already dried up, because I haven't used this thing in so long. And my husband surprised me with an early birthday present, and he got me a brand new Sentro. Now, from the time that we got this Sentro to this one, the price has dropped down drastically. which is a good thing. And this machine, obviously, it's brand new. I've only made 2 things on it so far, and of course, you know, it's doing really great. I will make sure that I keep this one up, that I service this one after every couple of uses, which means take it apart, clean it, clean the dust out of it, make sure that, you know, the grease isn't dried up. If it is, add new to it. And I am going to put my digital row counter on this one as well, because even though the row counter is working now, eventually I know it will stop, because it is a common problem with Sentros for the digital row count. I mean the row counter here to quit working. So this is the new machine. I was going to do an unboxing, and I would still like to do an unboxing. Even though I've already gotten it out and used it, I kind of want to go over the machine again in case you come across this video and you're thinking about getting a knitting machine, or, you know, you're kind of beginner at it, something like that. So now that I went over,
draw for me.
hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah, sorry. So I wanted to do an unboxing on getting a Sentro knitting machine in 2022. Since the last video I done was probably a year or maybe 2 years old now. So that's what I'm going to go over. I just wanted to kind of, I guess, make a quick statement at the beginning of my video here. If this is what you choose to use, which is what I use to service your knitting machine, your Sentro or your Jamit, or the one from Hobby Lobby or Michaels, or, you know, whatever, your Addy King, I haven't had issues with it. I did have someone comment this morning and say that they think, because they use a drill attachment on the side of their Sentro here, they think that this caused it to melt the gears and pins inside here. Honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you yes or no. I can tell you from experience, though, I have not had issues with this grease. I can also tell you, though, that I do not use power tool attachments for my Sentro. If you do, that's fine. Honestly, I'm a little too scared to let the machine go that fast. Let the machine go that fast without me being able to watch the stitches. And now they make one that attaches to this, and it's flat, and you don't even have to use a drill. It just automatically turns for you, which is a whole new thing. I will be getting neither of those. All you have to do is search on TikTok. There's a really large creator who uses a knitting machine, and they have the brand new attachment. So just look up Sentro knitting machine, electric attachment or something like that. You should be able to find it with no issue. But that's just me personally. Could it have been something to do with machine error? Yes. Could it have been something to do with the drill at the speed it's going in the heat? It could have possibly heated it up. I don't know. I can't say for sure. So please just use this at your own, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Just, you know, if you use it, just be careful. That's all I can tell you, because honestly, I haven't had issues with it, but someone has brought it to my attention that they did, and they use a power drill attachment for this that spins this for you while you hold the little drill, and it has melted there, so the gears inside of it. Anyways, back to what I was doing, the unboxing. So this is 2022 unboxing of a Sentro knitting machine. This is what they look like. We got it off of Amazon. Now, what comes with it? Oh, very cool. What comes with it is the knitting machine itself. It should come with 4 legs. It comes with 4 little screws, 4 suction cups. It also comes with a tensioner, which I will go over here in a minute. And it comes with a crochet hook and 3 different size yarn needles that you use to cast off with or sew together your items with. Now, it shows you all kinds of, and it comes with also these little skeins of yarn. Now, the yarn isn't much, but it can make pumpkins or baby hats, so definitely keep it and practice with that yarn. That's what I do with it. I keep it to make little pumpkins or baby size hats. So now it's going to show you that you can make all this stuff with this machine. You can't make mittens with it. You might be able to make the hand part, the thumb part. No, yes and yes. And then on the front of the machine, yes, you can make a scarf with it. No, you cannot make this pillow or blanket. This pillow is knitted, yes, it looks like, but it is cable knitted, and you cannot do a cable knit on a circular knitting machine. I'm sure you could if you took it off and like braided it or something, but I'm pretty sure this is cable knit. I don't knit, so please don't come for me. I crochet. So, sorry, my 4-year-old wants to be all the attention here. So, go over the machine real quick and the parts. It comes with 4 legs. I have screwed mine in place. So, there's these little tiny screws that you will push the leg into the slot and then put the screw in to hold them down. I do not have the suction cups on mine, but you slide the suction cups into place. Here is the row counter here. Counts how many rows you do. You press the button to reset it. Here is your handle that you turn. And then you see this button here. It has a T and a P. The T is for tube. The P is for panel. I have not done a panel. I have looked it up before and it looks a little complicated. So I might try and branch out and do a video on it. But for right now, I'm sticking to tube. This is where your yarn feeds through. This is your tensioner. Now your tensioner does come off. Be very careful with this. This is what happened to my Sentro also. The reason why I quit using it was because it broke. These things are plastic. They're very thin and flimsy. This is where your yarn will feed through your machine. It does have a little bounce to it, so like whenever you get a knot, it kind of pushes it up and lets you know, so you don't just keep going and like rip the machine. And it does click in and push in and push out. Now, if you're not using the machine and you have little ones like I do, I suggest taking this off and putting it up somewhere. Do not leave it on the machine, because if you accidentally bump it, it could snap it, or if your little one happens to grab it, they could snap it, or even, you know, just anything, your pet maybe, your dog or your cat. We have both. If they knock into it somehow, they can break that off, and then you're going to have to get a replacement one of these. So, learn from experience here. Let's see, if you get a knot in it, it will like push up, I guess, which is a good thing, so it doesn't just automatically snap off and you have time to fix it. So, last thing I'm going to go over real quick is the pin here. If you see the machine, see, I about messed up. And I'm sitting there talking about it, and I set it down and about broke off, see? So, this white pin here is your 48th pin. They are all numbered, you can see. And the number 48 is right here with this pin. Each machine is different. The Addy King, they're red and black pins. The Michaels or Hobby Lobby one, I can't remember, they're black and white. And I have seen that Sentro is now making a periwinkle one. So, instead of this being pink, it is a periwinkle color. But your 48th pin is white, whereas the rest of the pins you see are this pink color. So it's pretty easy to know when you get to your, you know, to the end of the row here. Again, this is where the yarn runs through, and this is the tensioner. And that's pretty much the whole machine. It's super simple. You know, you learn to cast on and cast off, and you can make a lot of different stuff. I have a whole playlist that's labeled knitting machine. Go click on it. I will do updated videos of those soon, but right now, with a 4-year-old and I have a 4-month-old now, goodness, time is flying by. I really don't have a lot of time to remake some videos, so I'm trying to do it here and there while the little one's taking a nap, and my 4-year-old loves to be in the video, so you're gonna hear him all the time. But go watch the playlist to learn how to cast on and cast off, and kind of start making projects. I will be venturing out, trying the panel setting, making stuffed animals, redoing my ear warmer and toboggan videos, scarves, stuff like that. I'm super excited to get this, have a new one, and doing this all over again, because I miss this thing so much. I really did. I love this. When I'm not crocheting, that's what I like to do. I like to make stuff on the knitting machine. So, once you get the hang of it, it is pretty fun. But I hope that this video was somewhat helpful. If it was, please leave me a thumbs up. Let me know. And I will be trying to do at least one video a week. One week it might be Sentro video. One week it'll be crocheting. 1 week it'll be something with the Cricut possibly, because I do have a Cricut and a heat press. Some crochet time lapses, because those are a little bit easier for me to do. Maybe a few crochet tutorials, like patterns on stuff that I make, you know, whatever. Something like that. So, yeah, but that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. And again, use this at your own risk here. I personally haven't had trouble with it, but I don't know. I can speak from experience to tell you that these machines can mess up. They do pop really loud in the handles, and I think that it's mostly machine error rather than something else, but I could be wrong. I'm not an expert at this. I'm just a person trying to help make videos that I wish I could have found on YouTube for the Sentro when I got it. That's all for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all hopefully sometime within the next week or two with a new video.